I'd like you to take a second and really look at yourself. I don't mean take stock of your life, which really isn't any of my business, but I mean just look at your body. Hold up a hand and wiggle it around. Take a sip of water. Hold your breath. Sniff the air. These things are so simple for most of us that we don't give them a moment's thought. But each one of those things is, so much more complex than it feels. Every movement you make, every new day that you live to see, is the result of a collection of systems working together to function properly. In short, you, my friend, are a magnificent beast. You are more convoluted and prolific and polymorphously awesome than you probably even dare to think. For instance, did you know that if they were all stretched out, your intestines would be about as long as a 3-story building is tall? Or that by the time you reach old age, you'll have produced enough saliva to fill more than one swimming pool? Or that you lose about 2/3 of a kilogram every year in dead skin cells, and you will lose more than 50 kilograms of them in your lifetime? Just tiny, dried up pieces of you, drifting around your house and settling on your bookshelves, feeding entire colonies of dust mites. You're your own little world. And I'm here to help you get to know the body that you call a home through the twin disciplines of anatomy. The study of the structure and relationships between body parts and physiology. The science of how those parts come together to function and keep that body alive. Anatomy is all about what your body is, physiology is about what it does. And together they comprise the science of us. It's a complicated science, I'm not going to lie to you, and it draws on a lot of other disciplines like chemistry and even physics. And you'll have to absorb a lot of new terms. Lots of Latin, gobs of Greek. But this course isn't just going to be an inventory of your individual parts, or a diagram of how a slice of pizza gives you energy. Because these disciplines are really about why you're alive right now, how you came to be alive, how disease harms you, and how your body recovers from illness and injury. It's about the big picture things that we either spend most of our time thinking about or trying not to think about. Death and sex and eating and sleeping, and even the act of thinking itself. They're all processes that we can understand through anatomy and physiology. If you pay attention, and if I do my job well enough, you'll come out of this course with a richer, more complete understanding, not only of how your body works to produce everything from a handshake to a heart attacks, but I think you'll also start to see that you really are more than just the sum of your parts. We have come to understand the living body by studying a lot of dead ones. And for a long time, we did this mostly in secret. For centuries, the dissection of human bodies was very taboo in many societies. And as a result, the study of anatomy has followed a long, slow, and often creepy road. The 2nd century Greek physician Galen gleaned what he could about the human form by performing vivisections on pigs. Da Vinci poked around dead bodies while sketching his beautifully detailed anatomical drawings until the Pope made him stop. It wasn't until the 17th and 18th centuries that certified anatomists were allowed to perform tightly regulated human dissections. And they were so popular that they were often public events, with admission fees, attended by the likes of Michelangelo and Rembrandt. The study of human anatomy became such a craze in Europe that grave robbing became a lucrative, if not legal, occupation. Until 1832, when Britain passed the Anatomy Act, which provided students with plentiful corpses in the form of executed murderers. Today, students of anatomy and physiology still use educational cadavers to learn, in person and hands-on, what's inside a human body by dissecting them. And it's totally legal. The cadavers are volunteers, which is what people mean when they say they're donating their body to science. So what have all of these dead bodies shown us? Well, one big idea we see over and over is that the function of a cell or an organ or a whole organism always reflects its form. Blood flows in one direction through your heart simply because its valves prevent it from flowing backward. In the same way, your bones are strong and hard, and this allows them to protect and support all your soft parts. The basic idea that you say that what a structure can do depends on its specific form is called the complementarity of structure and function, and it holds true through every level of your body's organization, from cell to tissue to system, and it begins with the smallest of the small, atoms. Just like the chair you're sitting on, you are just a conglomeration of atoms, about 7 octillion of them.